Okay, so give me a peach and your pit.
A pit? School.
School. How could I guess? Okay.
And I don't have a peach.
Oh, sadness for you. No peach. Okay.
I don't know. My peach is that I was like getting colder and darker.
You like it when it gets colder and darker? Oh.
Like it's just like kind of nice and pleasant when like you wake up and it's dark outside, and or like if the sky's white. Like my favorite season is fall.
Oh yeah, it's been a really nice fall, huh? Okay, let's sing the words here. What sharps or flats do we have? Good, common time. And what sharps or flats do we have?
We have
Fee, good. Okay, so do you remember what key we're in? So good, the key of G. Okay, let's sing our solfege. Here we go. then your D chord. Ready? Everybody loves to sing Bella, Bella, Bella. Yes, everybody loves to sing Bella, Bella, pretty girl. D minor. She dances down the street, rolling and smiling. Children smiling. She smiles at you. Oh, everybody loves to see her. Bella, 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 Bella. Yes, everybody loves to see her. Bella, Bella, pretty. Good. Okay, let's review the minor ones. Here we go. Re up on feet. T, there's our B minor chord. Good. Okay, then E minor, Mi so T. Good, and then F sharp 7. There we go. Yes. Good. Okay. Grab your pencils. Let's write in the intro. How about D, A, A7, D. Okay.
Wait, so do you just, is there like a separate intro for it when you go to the, like, B flat and then E?
No, so you just keep, yep, the song just keeps going. Okay, that's a good question. All right, let's look at variation number 2. Left, right, left, left, right, right, right. Okay, let's try that together. First 2 lines. 1. Okay, make sure you're singing with me. Here we go, ready? Left. As well. Okay, what's our time signature here for this one? What is it? 3/4. Good. So if you write something of your own, make sure that there are how many beats in a measure?
3.
3 beats in a measure. Good. Did you have another question, sweetie?
No, I was just going to
You're just going to answer that. Okay. All right. Turn to page 32. All right. Let's see. We had a lot of people gone last week. You were gone. You were gone. You were here.
Wait, I have a question. So it said in the instructions just to play the theme. Were we supposed to like play hands separate on the variation 1 and 2, or just not even play those?
Just not even play those ones. We're going to go over variation number 1 today. Okay. So the first 2 lines for you two that were not here, there's our theme part. Okay. So let's start with line number 3.
Were we supposed to do the bottom band?
Yes, you were supposed to do both hands. That's okay for the first 2 lines. That's okay. Let's start with line number 3. Okay, that's variation number 1. We're going to sight read the right hand. So everyone, finger number 5 on La. On line number 3. 1, 2, here we go. chords for the left hand, starting on line number 3. Okay, the chords are exactly the same as the theme. Remember, they just look different because they're in a different position. So the first measure, anybody remember what that one is?
D minor.
D minor, very good. Okay, D minor on that one. Okay. Yes, right there. Next measure is also D minor. Okay, what about the next one?
C.
C, very good. Okay, see if you can figure out the rest. It should either be C or D minor. Just do lines 3 and 4. Yep, so D minor. Oh, C. And then we go back and do these ones as well, so they're in the same order. D minor, C, C. Okay. Good. Yes. Good. Okay, let's find our chords. Here we go. Finger number 5 is down here on La with our left hand, starting right here on line number 3. La, Re, and Fa. Okay? Good. And remember, for our C chord, everything just moves down a second. Awesome. Okay, let's sight read line 3 and 4 with that rhythm, okay? 1, 2, here we go. Good, move down a second. Good, back up. Good, move down. Very good. Okay, nicely done. So work on hands separate for a few days and then try and put hands together on this variation. Okay, variation 1. Let's go back and do the theme. The first 2 lines, hands together if you can. If not, do the right hand, okay? 1, 2, here we go. Good, nicely done. Okay, everyone understand? Theme and variation number 1, hands together this week. Okay, will you bring your books, your pencils, highlighters up here to the circle? Okay, are these 2 chords the same or different? Different, good.
Different. Same. Different.
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 Same.
Same, good. Okay, let's turn to page 44. All right, tell me what you
long.
It is long, right, because it has the repeats in there, right? Okay, so this song was written by Mozart. And Mozart, do you remember how many songs he wrote before he passed away? Remember? He wrote over 600 songs, 600 pieces. Okay, so the tempo on the song is allegretto. Anybody know what that means? Yeah.
Is it slow and steady, or like kind of walking?
No, good guess. Anybody else? Okay, it means a little bit fast. Etto is kind of like a little bit fast. Allegro is kind of fast, so it's a little bit fast. So if you want to write that in there, just put a little fast. Okay. Does this song have a happy or sad sound? Happy. Okay, so we know we're in a major key.
Did you even say F major?
Yes, they gave it away, right? Okay, we're in the key of F, so write that in there. The title gave it away. The form for this song is A, B. Is that hiding? Thank you. Searching around. Okay, the first page is A, the second page is B. Label that in there. Okay, so I see one flat. What's our flat?
Tay.
Tay, very good. Let's point and sing the note names. Here we go. Good, let's just move on to the next page. Good. Okay, will you come grab a B roll? Okay, I want you guys to play the left-hand rhythm. This will be a little tricky. Play the left-hand rhythm, but sing the right-hand notes. Okay? Are you ready? So we start with, what's our first note?
Do.
Do, here we go. Let's just move on to the next page. Good. Okay. All right. Will you guys put everything away and move to your keyboard? Turn to page 38. It's going to start today, but I'll give you the cards next week. Okay. All right, on page 38, pick whichever part you want to play to pass it off. Piano part 1 or 2 or the drum or the triangle. Okay, if you want an instrument, you can come grab that. Okay, come grab it. I think they're up here. Okay, Elise, what are you going to play? Which part?
Piano part 1.
1, what are you going to do?
Piano 2.
2, okay. All right, you ready? Okay, we'll try and follow along as best we can. This is the weird song with all the fermatas, right? So I don't know when it's going to start. We'll do that. Okay, I know this one's tricky. All right, good job, you guys. Okay, let's turn to page 44. Okay, will you start with your right hand thumb up here on high, do. Okay, let's sight read through this a little bit. Put your thumb, there you go, sweetheart. Okay, watch the fingering that's written in there. Here we go. Do, 3 on fa. Thumb on me, 2 on so, 4 up on te. Next line, te, good. So, thumb on me, 2 on fa, 3 on la, 5 on do. Good, let's stop right there. Let's go back, okay? Have your moms grab a highlighter and I'll tell them which fingers to highlight, okay? Here we go, thumb on do. Do, highlight this one, 3 on fa. La, fa. Thumb on me, highlight that one. Me. Stretch 2 on so, highlight that one. Good, 4 up on te, that one. Next line, te. So, stretch me on finger 1, highlight that one. Good. Fa. Stretch finger 3 on la, highlight that one. And then 5 on do. Good. Okay, so we kind of highlighted every time that we need to either stretch, something like that. Okay, let's go back and do those first 2 lines again. 1, 2, here we go. Do, stretch, thumb on me, 2 on so, 4 up on te, good. So, thumb on me, fa, stretch 3 on la, 5 on do. Good, let's keep going. Do, la, stretch 2 on fa, highlight that one. Good, thumb on me, stretch 2 on so, that one. 4 up on te, good. So, stretch onto me, that one. Good, okay, let's try that whole page again. Couple times, 1, 2, thumb on do. Do, 3 on thumb on me, 2 on so, 4 up on te, good. So, stretch thumb on me, fa, stretch 3 on la, 5 on do, la, 2 on fa, thumb on me, stretch 2 on so, 4 up on te, good. So, stretch. Good, you guys. Okay, are there any questions with that? Okay, very nice. All right, let's go and grab your pencils. Now, the left hand is kind of broken up chords. Our first measure, you better remember the name of this chord. It has fa, la, and do in it. Yeah, what is it? G. Close. F, good. Okay, so that first measure is an F chord. Label that. With your pencils, label that underneath it.
No, almost.
Okay, the next chord is a C7 / G. This is what it, write it like this. C7 / G. So the top of the chord is your C7 chord, and the bottom note is a G. That's why it's written like that. C7 / G. Measure number 3 is also C7 / G. Write that in there. Measure number 4 is an F. Very good. How about measure number 5? F. Good. Measure number 6.
C7/G.
C7/G, very good. How about number 7?
C7/G.
C7/G, very good. And then measure 8. Okay, label that as an F.
Shelf corded F.
Yeah, you're just kind of playing that
Wait,
bottom
I
two
did a
notes.
C7/G.
Okay, so the C7/G, eyes up here. Finger 4 is going to be on so. Do, te, do, so, do, te, do. Yeah, perfect. Yes. Use your left hand, sweetheart. So, do, okay, let's go through and play the left hand. Starting with finger 5 on Fa. 1, 2, here we go. Finger 4, so. Do, ba, te, do, te, do, so. Do, te, do, switch. Good, then Fa and La. 5 and 3. Good. Very good, you guys. Okay. All right. Anybody need to pass off the return on page 30? Agree? Okay. Come on up, sweetheart. play and sing. So that at the end last week, huh? You'll have to help these guys.
So you're gonna do an upward. This is the upward piece. So, no, sorry.
Excellent.
On the recording, see what you're saying. So the dough stays there.
Okay, week number 12.
I do.
We are going to transpose to what? E minor and G minor. Okay, so G minor, easy breezy. Your hand stays right here. The only thing that changes is my T now turns to a A. Okay, let's try just the first line, really. Just the right hand. G minor. Here we go. Ready? So, la, up on te, do, re, do, up on te, la, so, la, te, do, re, do, te, la. Good, easy breezy, right? Okay, the next one is E minor, so everything comes down a third. Start with your right hand thumb on me. Okay, this 5-finger pattern, mi, up on mi, sol, la, ti, find that. There's E minor. Grab them, there you go. Okay, let's do the first line. 1, 2, say their intervals. Here we go. Mi, up a second, up a second, up a second, up a second, down a second, down a second, down a second, good, down a second, up a second, up a second, up a second, up a second, down a second, down a second, down a second, up on that free. Good, okay? All right, any questions with that? Okay, will you guys bring your binders and your pencils up here to the circle, and your books, you're gonna need all that. Books, binders, pencils.
Any moms on this one?
Probably, yes. Okay, let's look at our theory assignment really quick, and let's do a couple of these. Okay, so let's do, so the directions. First you need to decide what kind of chord it is. Snowman, up, down, kissing, right? Then I want you to circle the root note. So that's the note that we look at that names the chord. And then tell me the name of the chord. Right.
So when it's
Okay, so let's look at, let's start with the second one in on the top line. Okay, the second one in. What kind of chord is that? What does it look like?
Snowman.
Snowman. Okay, write that in there.
just
Snowman.
SM or something underneath that line?
Yep. You can just,
Just
yeah,
put on the line, is that below
just
the
right
chord?
here. Yep. Mhm. So write snowman or SN or whatever you want. Okay. Okay, so which note am I looking at to name this chord? Yeah.
The bottom note.
The bottom one. Circle that bottom note.
And remember, it's based on.
Okay, what's the name of that note?
That's a sol, G chord?
G. So then in the next line, right next to it, yep, write G. There's a G chord. Okay, let's move down. Let's do another one. How about, ooh, let's do this funky one. The third one on line number 2. Okay, what kind of chord is that?
Snowman.
Snowman, okay. So write snowman or SN, whatever. Okay, so which note is the root note? The bottom one, circle that. Okay. La. Okay, so la, and then it has a do sharp and a mi.
So it's a something chord?
Does that sound happy or sad?
Sad. Minor?
Happy. Here would be the minor, listen. The difference? Okay, because it has that sharp written in there. That tells us it's an
So it's a
A
capital A
major. Yep, capital A.
instead of a little A.
Okay, does that make sense? Can you guys figure out the rest?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if there's any other tricky ones. Let's do the last one that's on the top line. Okay, let me do that one again. So what kind is that? Good, Capri, up chord. So right up.
So what note do you look at?
So what note do we look at?
The
Top of the gap, right? So circle that note.
Circle this one.
So what note is that?
That's
Me.
Me flat.
Mi flat, right? So this is an E
E
flat
So
chord. Yes, E flat major. Okay? So capital E with a flat sign. Awesome. Okay, you guys figure out the rest. Okay, will you open up your books to page 32?
And down chords at the top of the gap too?
Yes.
All of
Yes.
any of
Up or down, always
Up
top
or
of the gap. Good. Okay, so you guys get to write your own variation for this song.
Oh no.
No, yes!
Could our
Yes!
variation just be the chord?
So, no.
So it's all of the variations are related to this, so we have to make it like with the same notes, just like different like titches and toms.
Exactly.
Can you
Okay.
make it with that?
Can you make it what?
Can you make it
I'm
with
going to help you, and I'm going to give you lots of ideas, okay? So this week only, we're only going to work on the left hand. Will you write in the name of the chord for each measure? So if you notice, the theme and the variation, they have the same chords in the same order, right? Will you write them over here in your blank space? So the first measure would be D
So you're just
minor,
putting the D minor, D
yeah,
minor,
just
C.
write the name
See
of
how
it.
they're the same on both of these?
D minor,
So
C.
you're gonna keep doing
C.
that pattern.
Yes.
I think I just write them up, but I don't know what variation.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you with that in a second. So just write the name of them
You
first.
just need to know what chords and notes you're gonna be using, and then you can change the pattern or the rhythm.
Just like
Okay, so I'm just struggling with markers today.
I don't see it
That's
this
fine. You can't find it for me? I'll just grab the marker. Okay. So in the theme, they did what kind of chord? What does this look like? What does that look like?
Just
It looks like
snowman.
a snowman chord, right? Okay, snowman, we'll just do that. Okay, in variation number 2, they have this kind of chord.
It's
Which
like the
is
one
it?
in the return. They just switch up on
Yes, very good, okay. So they have, what kind of chord is this?
up D minor.
Okay.
Up.
Yes, it's still the same notes, just in a different order. Okay, what's another way that we could do this D minor chord?
Do it down.
Okay, so how would I do that? Okay, so start from right here. Okay, you guys need some help?
I know.
Okay, so if we're starting right here, and then we can do one like this. How about that? Yeah,
Oh, we were just gonna say what I did, but way to do it.
okay.
You have to
What's
have
another?
Oh, I was just gonna say the
Oh,
way
you were
that
gonna
you
say
write
that
it.
one? Okay.
So she has
So, yes, so all I did is I kept these two and I just pulled this right up on the top. Okay, so now it looks like this. All right, so there's another way to do it. So right there. Okay, so you can do it that way if you want. You can use this direction. Now, pick one of these, I don't care what it is. And then if you pick the snowman one, which we've already done, we can change the rhythm to it. What's a rhythm that we could do that's not too complicated, right? We want to, less is more, remember that. Less is more. Don't want something totally funky crazy. Yeah.
So are we just gonna finish this all this week, or do we have time to work on it through this?
So this week, you're only going to choose a left hand and write that in there. So let's say I wanted to do my snowman chord, but this time I'm going to do ton, ton, ton. Okay?
So you
Instead
don't
of
want
ton,
them
rest,
switching
ton.
any of those chords, they're gonna stick with one of those.
Stick with
And just
one
change the
chord.
rhythm, but they're not gonna switch from the snowman to the
Exactly,
up or down or
yes.
whatever.
So
They'll just-
pick one of these, and then you can change the rhythm if you want. You can, I mean, you can even just use a whole note if you want to be easy breezy. Okay, you can just use that as a whole note for each one. Or you could, so this one that they've used, they have tom, tit, tit, tom, tom, remember? Well, what if you just played it all together as quarter notes? 4 quarter notes. Okay, so you're still using that inversion of it, just changing the rhythm. Yeah, Capri.
Could I have the chords each be half notes?
Yes, you could do half notes. Okay, does that make sense? Whatever you do, the same rhythm needs to be in this measure, in this measure, and this measure. See, look, all half notes, right there. All
So in other words, it's pretty
ton,
easy. You
rest,
pick one
ton,
measure.
rest, yes.
So
Ton,
can we do what's
ton,
already
ton.
been, like, can we do that, or do you want it different than, you know what I mean?
I want you to change it a little bit. So if you want to do quarter notes, maybe do it like as a down chord or something. Or you can keep it as a snowman chord but change the rhythm. So change it enough so it's not like anything else, but keep it simple. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so write out the notes, just the left hand. That's going to be your assignment this week at home. It's just to do the left hand.
Or Capri has a question.
Yes.
Can we keep the like the same variation the whole song? Or we have to
What do you mean, the whole song?
If we take one variation from
One rhythm?
the whole song, or do we have to do it?
Yes, so whatever rhythm you choose for this, you have to keep it the same for the whole phase, okay? Yeah, so it's easy. We don't want to make it too hard, too tricky. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? All right, so there is your assignment this week.
That way we don't have theory.
Means you do have theory. Remember, you got to finish those chords.